Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm not only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight at 9 to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya.
Beep. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers.
I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Fay, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers.
How could you know?
Oh, you're not cognifarious of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
Oh, my dear Miss Fay, so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay.
Mr. Edgeworth, you want an explanation? I object. That was objectionable.
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
Came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy.
April May, at your service. That's right, big boy.
I too will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murder iced coffee. Oh ho ho! The police, the court. To me, they are mere toys.
You're finally awake. Did you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers?
An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton weeping.
September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fey & Co. Law Offices. Oh, I'm late. That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Why does it smell like blood? Blood? Mia. Maybe she's in her office. Examine, move. Examine. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia and the chief are okay. Is there nothing here to look at? Move. No. Move. Oh. That smell. Blood. Sob. Jeez. Someone's here. Someone's there. Chief. Chief. Chief! Hello there, small child. Hey, who are you? Oh,
And she's dead. The Strange dropped out cold. Or the Strange girl. Not the Strange. Left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulders. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Man, how are people just killing people in one shot with a statue? Like, that man invented a murder weapon, not a clock. Chief? Examine. The Thinker. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The Thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The Thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. The broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper, it must have fallen from Mia's hands. What could it be? It says Maya. Clearly, idiot. Where's written in blood on this scrap of paper? Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store dated yesterday. Receipt added. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. And I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of the glass light stand. But there's more to examine. Maybe. The chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Man, I can't relate. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gateway Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. We gotta get everything, you know? Wouldn't want to miss a scrap of evidence. Can we take her shoes? It's a painful look, but I have to, for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Okay. Let's get out of here. The girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. Hope she didn't run on me. Oh, no, she ran at me. Yipes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here.
Maya. Maya Fey.
Maya Fey? Mayonnaise. So Mia was writing to this girl's name. Maybe I should know, or I should show her the receipt. Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Let's talk. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened?
I came in, the room was dark. And Sis!
She was already dead. You and the chief. You're the chief's
sister. I'm her youngest sister.
And you were here visiting this late at night?
Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her.
Evidence?
Yes, it was that clock. It was the Thinker.
I present to you thine message. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. It's pretty metal if you ask me, but she wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name. How did you know? Why would she write my name?
Please just calm down.
Why would Sis write my name?
Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. What are your thoughts on the Thinker? What if I present her my badge?
I'm sorry, I've never seen that before.
Okay, well, I was hoping that would maybe help her trust me, you know? What about the Thinker? About the Thinker.
The Thinker. That was Sis.
I probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. What about this glass? You got anything to say about this glass? It says lying next to the chief. I know, I saw it there too. I thought they might be pieces of the light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. Well, you've served all your purpose. Oh, there's stuff to examine. The reception desk. I usually sit here. I know this area all too well. I sit here every day. Small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. You couldn't cram more legal books in there even if you wanted to. Few can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. The door. The door to the chief's office is slightly open. I better not touch the doorknob. The sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. Let's get out of here. Oh, nope, we're going back. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws of the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police. Please come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. What the heck? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. No. The Fayco ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. There was a woman screaming at me through the window, but I'm gonna continue digging for evidence. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC was an email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. She wanted to play Roller Coaster Tycoon. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. The trash can. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Well, we gotta go to the window now. Or not. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. The police? Sounds like they're coming this way.
Freeze! The police! Put your hands up!
Oh. Hey, look, it's Date. Ah, right, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me? This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer, I'm not...
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What? Maya's younger sister, Maya, or Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible.
Hey, I stand here too.
September 6, 9:07 a.m., detention center visitors room. Well, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. I can't last in here, Mr. Wright. Please, you gotta get me out of here. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. I'd better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? I don't recall. No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. She said you kinda suck. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. And so he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true. I guess. You know. I guess I do suck. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. Talk. What about Maya mayonnaise? There's something I've been wanting to ask you. What's with that outfit? What? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolyte, like people in religious training? What is it to you? Or what is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. Dude, we gotta we need to hit up Larry and say, make this stuff out of plastic or something. There's no reason a statue should be that dense. If it's just gonna be a clock. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. What the heck? So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. No, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? My controller. Sure, thanks. Maya's memo. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. When she said, would you like to hear it in her voice? I thought she was gonna, channel her, dead ghost or something. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. The powers were first class, or her powers were first class too. And I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with an ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry, I'm not cool enough for that. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. Then what's the point? I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter. I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. You think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure. Why not? I'll go ask. So why'd they take your phone and not any piece of paper you were holding? Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? They live up in the mountains. They don't have cell phones. I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10... What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. Well, when will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on. Is she just repeating stuff? Yeah, she's repeating stuff. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. And then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I needed to hear for now. What does this statue make you think of? Can you tell me about the thinker? Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visiting room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. They said his name was Steve. We'll go to the Grossberg Law Office. September 6th, the Grossberg Law Office. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Is that Bear Grylls? That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. A table for client. An elegant ebony case, and if not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. This plant. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. I don't know, it looks kind of mediocre to me. A solid mahogany desk. Can't go wrong with some good old mahogany. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Oh, I just like books for the aesthetic. You know, like every other human. 'Cause who reads anymore? Alright, well, let's get out of here. September 6th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with the police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Oh, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Sudashoes. Detective Gumtree. Detective Gumshoes. Gumshoes, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoes. Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you had better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Mia. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? No, don't look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report. But that's all. Mia's autopsy. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Ooh. Gotta take a second. All the reading's getting to me already. What about Maya? About Maya. Yeah? I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth? That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you don't know him? Don't you? Of course not. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius, surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crimes with almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Examine. The plant. Mia's favorite pot of plant. They fixed it. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cortland Sticta, pal. Who's that? Was it? Wait. What, was someone? I thought he was talking in his head. The sky is blue. And so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days when I'm looking to cry. Probably after this case, because I've lost Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of them. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. What is this, I feel like if I present him the evidence, he's gonna freak out. Present this. There's a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it was hers or not. There's no proof that Mia wrote it. What about the time of death? Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. It makes Mia's death seem so routine. What about Maya's memo? I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. No, he's on to me. Let's tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? No, it's just, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Huh? Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversations. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better be off. Or you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name. Miss Maya, huh? So you've sent her home sent her home already, huh? And then...
You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss Maya. What do you think about this plate? There was broken glass at the crime scene, right?
Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand.
Maybe she broke it to cut herself to write the name. What about the blunt object? I was wondering, do you know anything about this?
A statue? That's the murder weapon.
You think the clock is just a statue too? Starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. What do you think of my badge?
Oh, what's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, weirdo. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait, talk? Nope. Okay. We leave. The Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoes for making my job harder.
This is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Isn't that me? Don't I have to cross-examine? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey, what are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry in other people's rooms, you know. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second. That's why she was going to shank me. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. If you don't mind, I'm going to keep examining your room. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Office building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from there. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. The bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Probably another gentleman with pink hair. Still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. Nice plant. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. They're fake, just like her. Says Phoenix Wright. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. No stains? What's inside, I wonder? Cough, cough. Maybe later. Now, will she answer any of my questions? Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know, that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please?
Let me see, well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Miss May. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
No, boy. At least she knows how to keep her mouth shut. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing power of observation. You must be one of those famous detective likes on TV.
No, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh, boy. Alright, let's get out of here before she shanks me. Yeah, it seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. You are not who I expected to be here. Give me a second, Mr. Grossberg. I must retain sustenance. As there's no music. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? There's something the matter. You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on days' notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. When do I tell Maya? Hey, buddy's being a little sus. Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. The client is Maya Fey's sister. That was Phoenix. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? Is it because we're going up against Mr. Edgelord? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here, long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one. That painting. That's quite a painting. I believe that's of, Bear Grylls and how he drinks his own pee. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the seas, the waves of the straw, or the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. I present you my badge. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. Oh, okay. What about the statue? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. What about this glass? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. What about this?
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. What about this? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. What about this? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say about this matter. Alright, good talking to you. Nothing new, nothing new. Let's get out of here. Anything new at the office? Looks like Detective Gumshoe has gone home. The police are still keeping themselves busy in the chief's room. No one has time to talk to me. Guess I'll head out. Okay. Alright, guess we report back. September 6th, 3:42. Oh, we made it just in time. Visitor's room. Hi. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? No. Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bone. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned. Well, I've got your telephone. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Am I gonna have to read it? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. And now she's depressed. Here's Mia's autopsy. You know, make you even more sorry. Sorry, I've never seen that before. That's not what I wanted. Your family. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Oh no, she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual powers run in our blood. About 50 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. Ah, yes. So, was this man, ruin your mother? 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use the spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. White. Excuse me, White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? We can leave her, she'll figure it out. I mean, she might get that one guy, the little nerdy guy. I'll defend her. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know I've been there, a long time ago. It's Larry. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. You're right, thank you. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me, too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. The woman. What was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something there. What? Bellboy. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. All right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? White, that was his name. My sister told me. White. Was that the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Could it be a coincidence? Let's go take a little peek in here. There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Let's see what's in the secret box. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like that? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all of this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... You know what I mean. April. Was that the woman? Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. Or tangoing, not tangoing. In court. To be continued. All the reading's actually, like, getting to me. It's just been an hour and a half of straight reading. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. Rabble.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecutor is ready, Your Honor.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you. Your Honor, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution says or sees no reason to doubt the fact of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer of the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down in the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hand, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
You're still calling this a statue. No shot it comes into effect that it's a clock. The floor plans.
Now, detective.
Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who found the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fey's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination? Or cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. And I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination.
As the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already.
Press. Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
Immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just one second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had heard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
Nah, I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what this suspicious woman in pink claimed was hard evidence.
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoes. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. Sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the words Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
Okay, yeah, so she cut herself with the glass and then wrote her own name.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
We don't need to hear about your hard evidence, Mr. Gumshoe.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about that vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot it, Your Honor. Sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya. I'm gonna keep getting it backwards. Was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
No, I guess I wasn't too. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
When she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Do I have any
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
Exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, but are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Well, you know, maybe if the glass wasn't bloodied, then maybe she didn't, like, prick her own finger. You know, maybe the culprit, you know, cut her finger and wrote the name himself. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo. Wait. Oh, you can just skim through it. You don't have to go all the way through. Well, he's saying after he arrested her, he found the memo. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. But they did the blood test. Oh, I didn't read what he said. I did. The killer. Well, yeah, it's like I said. It's like the killer could have pricked her finger and then wrote the name. The killer, anyone can see that.
You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed. Alright, I'm having a hard time here.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence?
Eh. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, pal.
Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Am I dense?
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Wait. Death was instantaneous. I got it. I figured it out. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow to the head. Or a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
What?
No butting your way out of this one, detective.
Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of the murder, the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? Second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Let's call the detective. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report?
I thought...
Detective Gumshoe?
and disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Maya's autopsy report. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes?
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Are we supposed to have like a jury?
Let the witness, Miss April, may take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh, God.
You're in court, woman. Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order and introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. He's already captured the hearts of every man in this courtroom.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
I was, in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch.
This hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Alright, let's see if I can get this one much better.
It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
Can we get her off the stand? Be gone with you.
Well, Your Honor,
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. We don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
About my cross-examination.
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fay's understudy, weren't you? You must know her well, or her techniques well, her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. How dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes.
I'll gladly proceed with this cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Witness's account. It was 9. Do I have anything that goes against the time? I don't remember the phone call conversation. Saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, you know. Got a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. I questioned the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. She's got a top knot. However, the witness's testimony mentioned neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. And I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would.
I almost had her. Witness's account. Okay, well, at least I got that.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged to the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
Well, obviously she just called herself out with a clock. Because no one's referred to it as a clock.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Yeah. I got you right where I want you. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Wait, was that not it? No one's referred to it as a clock. She's the first person to acknowledge it was a clock. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. Did see everything. The victim, the woman dodged. And the girl and the hippie. So does the window have any? I'm gonna assume the window has nothing to do about it. I don't think they're gonna acknowledge this. No, you saw me then, too.
Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky. Witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue.
Victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. So would it be the running? Yeah, if she ran to the right, she wouldn't be able to see it. Let's present this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Really? Objection's overruled. What do you mean?
Try and think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Oops, that didn't go well for me. Alright, I went from being smart to being dumb. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Well, I mean, like, even if you said ran to the right, according to this, nothing was dirty to the right. So why would they, so what makes you think they would run to the right? Like, the mess is on the left, so, you know. Maybe I'm overthinking. There has to be something she's saying that I'm not getting. Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
See, what sort of weapon was it?
That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker.
Well, I already called her out on that and nothing happened. I guess I'll try it again. The clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony? Well done. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. I think I'm dumb here. Why do they all keep calling her a hippie? Am I dumb? What if I call her out on the hippie clothing? It's convenient of you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
I don't think I can call her out on anything she's saying. Oh, I just present this. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Okay, so I was right on the statue, I just needed to present it.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
He just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person is in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, and he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue the question of the witness.
That was close. If you'd stop me there, the trial would be over.
what? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law offices, of Fay and Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay and Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. Wait, he's dumb. They said there was no batteries in it. You have proof of that? She could not? Ugh. Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard anything. The prosecution denies your request. On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand.
Indeed, objection sustained.
Time to switch directions, quick.
Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have run. I knew it was just I picked the wrong one. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Batteries are dead. It's empty. I thought she said it didn't have batteries. It's empty, but it's not empty. There's evidence in it. Batteries are dead. Batteries in that clock should be dead.
Should be, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, if you would inspect the clock.
Very well. Oh,
Well, Your Honor, are they?
this clock has graver problems than dead batteries. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May? Quit wiggling your finger at me. Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. If that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? I can, with the phone call. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. With the cell phone. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone. I didn't know you carried one of those, Mr. Wright.
Oh, you have a girly phone?
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order.
Defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good-for-nothing, or the good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Beep.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Beep.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Me.
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court?
Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, it's obvious. I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendant have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes, because Larry made it. The witness claims she hadn't seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well, then let's see it. Please produce the evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
What? We can't just say Larry made it? Like, he was literally in court the other day. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Excuse me, her excuse is not on sale today.
Oh.
Oh god, she's going Super Saiyan.
Blech.
Oh jeez.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter anyways. She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? Guess I did, tee-hee wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May, you held that very clock in her hand.
Mr. Wright, when was this?
She used it to strike the victim. When else?
Order, order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
April May, you killed Miss Fay, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. Wait, I just contradicted myself. Right, you're stupid. Tisk tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. No, of course it wouldn't ring. What more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain the poor, misguided Mr. Wright. That you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates with the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid.
Mr. Wright, you've just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman.
Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go well. But if that's the case, then how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May have been known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof.
Oh, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock?
The wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Too many M names.
Mr. Wright, please explain the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... the proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Wasn't it just the phone? Wait. Let me reread this again. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. It would be the phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Beep. I'm not reading this again. It's a clock. It's made as big as a statue. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, to answer the question, did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. Oh, you ganging up on me like that? So I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court sees they're seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? You did it, didn't you? Miss May, confess. You did it, didn't you? Are you out of your mind? Oh wait, I forgot. You're a lawyer. You must be. At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something.
Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sent him quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to the one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer and she is innocent. Thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss May Fay. That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
I accept the condition. I'm going in.
Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything.
Understood. I'll accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well, the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Did I screw myself? Am I dumb? I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Bro, why'd you bring the plate? And you didn't offer? I forgot the voice I gave him. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of the work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very well, sir.
Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her room at 9. On the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right, I'm ready.
I hope.
This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder, now, Maya will be finished.
See, I think I get too caught up on, like, the room scanning that I do. Because I'm just like, well, there has to be something in there.
I am the head bellboy. That can't be important. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her room at 9 on the dot. Precisely the requested time. Miss May herself.
I don't think any of my evidence would be needed here. I think I need to call them out first.
I believe I received a call after 8. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then?
Well, he acknowledged there was 2 of them. You sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir, as in so very absolutely. Sir, it's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with the best brazier.
That French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a means to make you her victim. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
That's pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
Did I lose?
Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Protest.
Wait, please, wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay, this is really it. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about?
What do I ask him about? Rooms? I get one question. I don't think the bed making is anything important. No way it is. Check-in. It has to be check-in. Because... Well, no. Because she could have left and then came back in and she'd be like, yeah, don't worry about it. Room service. There's nothing in my evidence, I think, to help me here. I don't think bed making has any. It's got to be one of the first two. What do I ask him about? Check-in. What reason would he have to ask to check for the check-ins? Unless, well, screw it, check-ins. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May.
Oh, all right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really.
I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there.
What did he say? What did you say?
Rather quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite indeed. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You fool! You threw me under the bus. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then why you brought them, and then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room.
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss April May. Or Miss May. Even though we have no evidence of it. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup. It's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
It is all today for the trial of May Fay. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Yeah. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. The face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. Lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I was gonna say, I feel like I remembered the initial murder scene with a dude in it. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Yeah. That's why I was confused when they were like pushing that she was the one who killed her. I was like, I thought it was a dude. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Man, this case is taking longer than I thought it would. Objection! I did not save on the day of the crime. September 7th, 3:11 p.m. Detention Center, visitors room. I do belong in prison, Mr. Lawyer Man. Please, I apologize. Please let me out. Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May. No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask you. Unfortunately, there is nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head? Here we go again. Please just scan the security guard. So, what is it you wish to ask of me, then? For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Examine. Smile for the camera. This guard's monitors the visiting room. He hasn't moved an inch. Real proud of this guy. Maybe he just doesn't get to see a lot of women like Miss May in here. He's terrified of it. That man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on. No way, Jose. Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. The wiretap. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone? Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold, so criminal. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May. Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school. Creep. This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person. Oh, that does it, bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer. Bottom? I can't tell, does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? What about this? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So, get lost, because, well, I'm not cooperating. Thanks, I noticed. What about the floor plans? Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. I don't think she's gonna talk about any of this. The wiretap? Nope. What about the thinker? What do you think? It's a good statue. Larry made it.
I wonder if there's gonna be a thing where it's like they try to do something and it's like, well, actually, she referred to Larry as Harry. It's... See what she thinks of my badge. Nope. Okay. There's nothing to examine. Well, guess we leave. Let's go back to her room, I guess. September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say.
Rep?
Yes, our reputation will swell at the hotel. Or as the hotel where the murderer uses the wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir.
Miss May hasn't been charged with murder?
I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee.
Well, I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream.
So you are an honored guest, sir. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Let me examine first. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, there's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer.
Ah, please leave that as it is, sir. That's the drawer of terror hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here.
This guy's serious. I don't believe it. What the plant? A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flowers. Still seen painting. Wait, should that still be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. No clues here. No clues here. Nice weather again today. I can see the Fay and Co. law office, of course.
Ah, yes, we plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to the kill. Just kidding, sir.
Well, look in his eyes, I'd say he's more than serious. A simple bed. It seems recently made, nothing eye-catching here. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now?
I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor, I call it, the last drink before murder. We'll be famous, the talk of the hotel industry.
Alright.
Let's talk to him.
Miss May. About Miss May.
Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said.
Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May.
Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
Oh, wait. There we are in the total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo, Can you tell me about this hotel?
Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle.
A subtitle?
The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, sounds great. I never float your tea set. What do you think about this?
I'm sorry. All I can think about during the trial was the hotel. I wasn't paying much attention to the evidence.
What about this?
I'm sorry.
What about this? What about this? What about this? Alright, you're useless to me. Alright, we're out of here. Grossberg Law Office.
The painting's gone.
Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Well, the painting's gone. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of Bear Grylls. No, wait. A fisherman. Was it a fisherman? I thought it was like a cowboy.
wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting, anyhow. There's a man. What's this? Old photos. There are 2 lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the back. DL6 Incident Exhibit A. DL6 Incident Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. What about the other one? That's the man. That's the murderer. I recognize him. Photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the other one I took. Swap photos. I think I'll swap them. You mean I can't just have both? Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. I'm sure I don't really need to investigate any of those. Alright, let's go back to Mr. Man. I present to you thine picture. Take a look at this photo.
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that that's him?
An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. Have him write it. Well, sure, why not?
Yes, I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I will be known, as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Or affidavit. Just hurry up and write it. Bellboy's affidavit added to the courtroom. Describes the man who stayed with Miss May at the hotel of the night of the murder. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this.
He looks like a guy from Dragon Ball. Like someone from the Red Ribbon Army.
Okay, before we go to the detention center, let's go to the Faye Cohen law. Looks like forensics has taken the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Maya's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Sky's blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Okay, I don't think there's anything new here. Alright, let's go talk to Pinky.
You again. Can't you take a hint and stay gone?
Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me.
Oh, and it's my fault now? You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart.
That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Oh. That man. About the man who stayed with you in your room in the hotel. Can you tell me about him?
I'm not telling.
Look, he's being accused of murder. I don't think you want to be protecting him.
Would you have sold out the late Miss Faye to the cops?
No.
See?
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk.
Well, I do. Have you seen this man?
Look, I've said several times I'm not telling you.
Where did you?
Ah, reaction. This is him, isn't it?
What? Who? When?
Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed at your hotel at the room of the night of the murder.
No, that's not him.
Nice try, Miss Cooperative.
Do you have any proof that was him?
Yeah, proof.
Yeah, proof. Show me.
I'm so close.
Well, what if I had this? The bellboy's affidavit.
Affidavit. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who was most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere.
Pusher.
This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press.
What?
Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with this reputation. Fine, I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes.
And that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fist in the air?
Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White. I call him dumb because he's got 2 D's in his name for Red. The president of the information gatherer conglomerate Blue Corp.
Red. White. Information gathering.
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk.
I don't want to end up like her.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself.
And you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Mr. Red White at last. Finally, lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded.
Wait. Couldn't that still be useful? In some way? Like... Okay, she still hates me.
Alright, off to Blue Corp.
It's the painting. It's Bear Grylls.
September 7th, Blue Corp Inc., CEO's office. That's with the surreal decor. Welcome, please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the?
Your name, what's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by.
Wright, Phoenix Wright.
Inquirably. Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion office official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I am not used to conversing with the wordily challenge.
What a fruitcake.
Isn't that an insult?
Let me guess. You're an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not?
That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer with a man such... what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Guy, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale.
Yeah, guy's got some lazy eyes going.
Yeah, let's talk to him. Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not?
Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear that what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed. She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties, but I assure you we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this.
Sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. The night of the murder, where were you? Or were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to a mundane detail such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy.
Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
It raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as April May.
Oh ho ho! The police, the court. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement.
Blue Corp. What kind of company is Blue Corp, anyways?
Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We are a company of the future. You may say, we are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now.
In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. Get it? Red, white, and blue. We're American, for God's sake. Its founder and CEO named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. But there's nothing really blue in here. Fantabulistic, is it not? You like my question mark trophy?
There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes, what might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. When did you get it? Say, when did you get that painting?
No idea. I forgot.
I've seen that painting before, yesterday in fact. Where do I find that painting here today?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
The lawyer.
No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing, zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that, sorry excuse for an attorney, grody burger.
What?
He punched me. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say, but I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It is the world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's, yes.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There's nothing more to discuss.
Let me take a peek around. Statue of a man holding up the world. The Blue Corp sign certainly stands out enough. The model of the man is, of course, Mr. White. Man's so self-centered, he got a statue. An impressive lineup of trophies. Judge's Special Runner-Up, Best Participation, Judge's Corporation Award, Special Good Try Prize. The words judges and special kind of stand out. He probably strong-armed them into giving him something. This painting was, till yesterday, hanging in Mr. Grossberg's office. Why does White have it now? It's not hard to imagine a few possibilities. Dude, look at the legs of the table. It's just half-naked people. I'm guessing this is supposed to be a desk? My, this is quite the thing. This is the top floor of a 20-story building. The view is quite presidential, I think I said. He said he wouldn't work with me, but what do you think about your picture? Would you be kind enough to cease your inane chattering and vacate the premises? Let me put it in a language you are sure to understand. Shut up, get out. I have nothing more to say. Okay, he's not gonna talk. Yeah, I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat.
Jumping Josephus!
Oh, you. What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. So, you came to see the trial.
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that? Or why was that?
Well, you see, it's just Maya's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
It sounds like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl music. I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry, it's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. What about Mr. White? So, I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit something has been bothering me.
What is it? Out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... that painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intentions of parting with. Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know that it is. He's blackmailing you. You're lovers. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail. Is it that your hair is fake? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. I banged his wife. After all, you were my understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name of the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh of on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves. And therefore, to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of my many years.
The DL6 incident. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fay.
Fay?
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. Oh God,
all the reading's getting to me.
She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her. In the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Why are you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense the police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told them.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked. The police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmailed. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Sorry, sir, I borrowed this.
Ah, so it was you, my boy.
Who is this man?
It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now.
He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason. I better give him back this photo. Probably wasn't wise to show him that. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg.
Solid mahogany desk.
Sorry, my boy, I don't think that's... he's not gonna share. Alright, well, he said go to the office.
A lot of back and forth on this one.
It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. I had to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look.
I'm gonna assume it's the books.
All the cases the chief ever worked on are here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at?
What was it? D6?
Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F, Misty Fay. That's me and May's mother. Should I take a look? They've tarnished the Fay name, leaving only these words, my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. The parasite who was his fortune on threats the coercion. His name is... The record stops there. So me and New Grossberg. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in there. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part here at the end is S. Suicide. Ew. She has a collection of the suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Is that it? T through Z. T, U, I know, W. White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? They knew. They're onto him. Nope, I don't need to look at this. What about the plant? The plant is obviously sus. Maya's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. Well, I guess it's my duty. Okay, so we got the clipping. Let's take it to Grossberg, I guess. See if he's got anything to say about it. I found this in Maya's files. So she was investigating Red White as expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court. Not a bad idea. Okay, well, that was it. What if I take it to... Apparently Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me talk to her today. Oh, well, that sucks. Blue Corp, question mark, yes. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent? I think we're past needing to talk about April May. I've got to put this guy on the spot and quick. What's the matter? You seem distressed. This guy is a pro at pulling the wool over people's eyes. I've got to put him on the spot and quick. Stop that. Your hot gaze is giving me goosebumps. Blackmail. There's no point asking someone this crooked a straight question. I need some evidence I can use as ammo. What's wrong? Is something stuck to my face? Why, yes. There's my eyes and my nose and my mouth. But of course I jest. You need not restrain your mirth, my friend. Is it okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor? I will not think less of you. do you think about this? This is the only clue that Mia left. I'd better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia.
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know that you I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all of the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia. Beep.
Secretary's office. Hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. Wright. What? Wait a second, Mr. White. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was on to you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all of the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
Beep.
Secretary's office?
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please. White, that you? What are you calling me at a time like this?
Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
The Mayor Fay case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude, I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here, right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in position to freely offer your opinion to me, correct? I am telling you to send the police now.
Beep.
Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. As was Miss Meyer.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Meyer's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers' association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make you look make even you look competent.
I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Butts. Harry Butts.
Right, actually. Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was a murderer, right?
Detective Gumshoe.
I present to you the man who killed Miss Mary Fay.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
Gumshoes, you can't be that stupid. September 8th, 3:37 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Wright? Mr. Wright? Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. It's all thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. What? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you? This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well.
Help me break out of here.
Defend me in court. Alright, you can be my defense lawyer tomorrow.
Alright.
Huh? Leave it to me. I'm Mia's sister. After all, lawyership runs in our blood. Wasn't it ghost powers that ran in your blood? I'd better run to the bookstore and pick up a copy of Law for Rookies.
Oh, and she's gone.
Wait. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you can do for me anyways. But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? How about your whole mind? Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. Never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness, this is it. Tomorrow it's me or him.
To be continued.
Right now.
Spoodum.
Are we in court now? September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look. Edgman. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack this testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me.
Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty. End of story.
I'll do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. And all that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy.
Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait, your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not. I'll be defending myself. What? What is that face? Okay, let's do this.
September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1.
Why is she in the stand with me?
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crimes.
The courtroom differently colored.
I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey?
I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere? I'd like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name.
You wish to know the title of my personage? Well, I am beautiful.
Your name.
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse?
Name. These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp.
Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey?
That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder.
Correct.
And you witnessed the murder from there.
Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing?
Ah-ha-ha! I hope you made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix. Witness's account.
Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nay.
Where's the sus in you? Yeah, you can't have sus without you. It was about 9, so the time's the same. Reading some papers by the window. And I heard a bedlam coming from outside. I guess that's a noise. I turned to look at the building across the way. Then I saw a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. That kind of goes against what the pink lady said. Because the pink lady was certain it was the other one. Or the other girl. Needless to say that the man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over and she saw I was surprised. The victim, she ran away but gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about it? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course. Comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. Yeah, there we go. You gave chase and struck her down.
Are you sure?
As you know, I am always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Well, let's present May testimony. Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is it?
You said the victim ran to the left. Well, that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right.
It is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim was there. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. I didn't even know that was a door. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True.
Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. It was his right. Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Wait. Well, if she said he went... If she was in the room and she said he went right, or she went right, that would be right. Or her right. But then... What? Am I overthinking this? They would both be right. No, they wouldn't be. Am I stupid? Miss May is right, Mr. White is right. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Miss May is right. As Miss May stated, Maya ran to the right after she was attacked. What is this? Am I not fashioning fabrication? I assure you, that lady ran to the left. I am sure of it. And there could be only one explanation. And what is that? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Oh. Was he at the window? No. Wait. Oh, I can't. Can I not do anything to this? That's where he was. Mr. Wright, we are not fools. How could he have been exactly where the victim was standing? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, Your Honor. Let me try that again. Okay, so wherever I'm pointing. He was probably standing here. Because I guess technically he... Wait. Oh, this game makes me think. Even though I don't think I need to think that hard. He was standing at the door. Maybe he was standing here. Yeah, and then she might have been at the desk, and then she ran this way, which is why this is a mess. Which is why I didn't touch this part of the room, because she never got there. So, because if he was standing here, he just moved here. And then just, cut her off. That's where he was. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. If he was there during the very act of the murder, that would make him an accomplice. Impossible. There was no one other than the criminal and the victim in the room. There's no evidence, no proof to the contrary, none. Sorry, let me try that again. Am I dumb? Am I just supposed to put where he's, standing? This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, I overthought it. This is why I can't do this stuff like this. Please, it's no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Order, I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of the courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion. The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Oh ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
What now? He's laughing.
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your... I feel like this guy's voice changes every time I voice him, because Your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. She ran to the left. I can't believe I overthought that.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
Well, no, because she only had the one hit.
That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor. Objection! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
What do you mean? Yeah, really?
Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean that doesn't go? Because the autopsy report would have reported if there was one or the more than one hit. Okay, so there must be something in he's saying. What do you mean, next?
Next is what comes after first.
I know that.
Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right.
What? Chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts.
Abso-positively. That's right, of course.
Where do you pick up that annoying phrase?
Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice.
So you were watching both times.
I suppose I was, and please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner.
What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face.
Miss May's testimony was correct as mine, but it wasn't.
What do you mean by that?
This is what I mean about to explain. You Americans always so impatient. It does not become you.
Hey, buddy, you're an American too. I didn't hit anyone.
Now, Mr. Wright, there is no point hiding things from this court.
I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requests that the defense restrain from interrupting the testimony.
Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Oh, is he mad at me? Is there something I'm missing here? Well, obviously there's something I'm missing. I mean, what he's saying still contradicts this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does?
It does. I don't know what you're talking about. It literally does. With her last strength, she ran to the right. But with her last strength, she rode. What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first.
Huh?
What am I missing? What am I not seeing here? I feel like everything here just contradicts itself. Did I question him on this? What do you mean first? First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she went to the left, and then... And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Am I dumb? That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. So each of you saw different parts. Okay, so I already questioned them on that. I think I'm dumb. I kind of want to throw this out. Made by Larry Butts. Yeah, let's throw this out. There's probably nothing to do with this. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. I must be on the wrong track. Nothing I do works. What do you mean by that? You hit her. Ugh. And then you hit her. I feel like I've questioned him on everything. Stop saying it was me.
But it was you.
Mr. Wright, if you could claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing right? That's what I'm saying. May I continue? I feel like I've questioned him on everything he said, so it has to be something I have. Oh my god, dude. I feel like I've... You see, you hit her twice. Lady, you clearly know something I don't. No, I didn't mean to hit that. It's actually like annoys me. I don't understand. The glass, maybe? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Alright, well, I got one more chance. Whew. I don't think that won me any points with the judges. What am I missing? What exactly am I missing?
I can't be this blind. Well, if you think we've got him where we want him, give me a hint. Don't leave me alone, guy. I'm just gonna question everything. I'm gonna brute force my way through, I guess. I don't know. Everything here just seems wrong. See, because right here he says with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. But they said one blow was enough to kill her. So if she used all her strength to run, then how did she write her name? Or write the name? I don't understand. Everything here is just wrong. I'm gonna fail this, I already know it. I don't know, I'm genuinely confused. I genuinely don't know. I think I've questioned him on every line. I feel like it's got to be a piece of evidence, but I feel like none of the evidence I have works. Maybe this, but I don't think this would work. I think I already did May's testimony. And they were like, this has no connection. The wiretap has nothing to do with this. The thinker has nothing to do with this. The phone has nothing to do with this. I don't understand. Why is that your response? Stop saying it was me. He said show proof that we didn't do it, but I have no proof I didn't do it. Except maybe this, the badge, but I don't think the badge would do anything. I'm gonna fail this. See, the fact that he claims that only he saw half of it and she saw the other half doesn't make sense. Because he said he saw the first half and then called her over and then they both watched it. I think I presented the autopsy, and they were just like, this has no correlation. What am I missing? I can't make another mistake or I'm done. Wait. I don't know if it has any correlation to this at this moment, but there's supposed to be evidence in the thinker. But I don't know how that would correlate to this. I think I might just gamble the statue. I think no matter what I fail here, because I'm too stupid. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are those connected? They aren't. Nothing's connected. And I lost. I don't think that won me the judges any favors. Alright, I lost. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claims. The court finds the defense, rather the defendant and Mr. Wright, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I don't know what the solution there was. Can I fast forward? What the heck? How did I pull that up? I don't know what was there that I was missing. But we will slowly skip through all this. Ah, you smug prick. I'm gonna get you this time. No, I'm just gonna skip everything. I got it. So this one was the fact that he said... I already forgot the evidence I threw here. What did I call him out on? I thought it was him running in a certain direction. Am I dumb already? Yep, I'm already dumb. I forgot what I did here. See, I'm trying to rush now, and that's the issue. Okay, let me read this again, just so I can get through this without an issue. It was 9, I believe. I was quietly I was reading some papers by the window, then I heard a come from outside. Surprised I turned to look at the window across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair, and needless to say that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a turn. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera. Did you know she had been tapped at the Fay office? It was irrelevant. I care not. I will answer with a blah blah. You'd make a good politician, but wait. Is this going different? No. What? You're the dumbest lawyer, dude. Which means I'm the dumbest lawyer, because I'm not able to figure this out again. What did I do here? I already forgot. My brain's so focused on getting through it, I can't figure out what's wrong. I feel so dumb. I'm gonna be honest. This is all different, but it's like I should be reading it because it's new dialogue, but it's like this is stuff I've already passed, so I don't care. What did I do here? I heard this angers me, dude. Okay, here we go. And then she ran to the left, and then... Okay, here we go. We're on the track now. We're on the track. Then we're getting back. Wait, no, we're not. Oh, wait, no, maybe I call him out now. Wait, right there, you said she ran to the left, but actually she ran to the right, according to the other lady, and then we just do this and that. Hit her with the loopy-looping pole! I ran to the left, yada yada.
How could you do this to me? I'm a lawyer, man. Or I'm not a lawyer, you're blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, just get me back to where I was. Miss May was right, because she was looking at him from this way, and the killer was looking from a different angle, and then, you know, this way and that way, and then bah!
Just get me through this.
Take that!
This is where he was. Please, this is no time for jokes. Why is she here? We'll have order. Anybody start? Rapscallion, objection. Okay, so we should be back. There's something I missed, obviously. Seems to make sense, yada yada. Now figure it out. Okay. She ran to the left. I literally questioned him on everything. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. When I push him on that, he's just like, well, first comes before next, like a weirdo. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. And then he responds, it's like, but I didn't do it. And it's just like, why would you ask that? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. And then he'll be like, well, next comes after first. You chased her and delivered the final blow. I don't remember what he says to this. Stop saying it was me. Whose response to that? Who responds with that? That's what Miss Mai saw. Or Miss May. And then it's like, well, you both saw different parts. You see, you hit her twice. So you're watching both times. I suppose I was, and please excuse me for not testifying this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? Think we got him where we want him? That's what I'm saying. It's like, nothing of what I can call him out on makes sense. The phone has nothing to do with this. And I'll throw the phone out and see what happens. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Sorry, but I can't see nothing faulty. Okay, the phone has nothing to do with it. I have literally thrown out every piece of evidence and I have questioned every single line. So there is something here that I'm too blind to. Well, if I did every single thing, then I would have had it. The only thing I haven't thrown out is the wiretap. And my badge. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly they're not. Alright, well, I got one chance again. Miss May's testimony was as correct as mine. What do you mean by that? That is what I am about to explain. You go back. Yeah, I mean, it's just like these backwards answers, dude. She first ran to the left. What do you mean by first? Well, first, that is what comes before second. I did try the glass, and they're like, this has nothing to do with this. I feel like I've done everything. People are dumb, dude. Who like responds with some of this stuff? Like, I get they're trying to be funny, but it's just like I feel brain dead right now. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Maya, whatever your name is, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we got this guy. I think he's too big of a rat, because I can't figure this out. Because like I said, I feel like I've done everything. Except my badge. But, like, why would I need the badge? Ugh. No, I don't think that picture has anything to do with it, because he's right here. We don't need the picture of the guy. Although the picture of the woman probably would have been helpful. I'm sure in some scenario. But I couldn't get the picture of the woman. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's like I've done everything that I can think of. I don't know what I'm missing here. And then it's gonna be the most obvious thing. And I'm just gonna be like, well, you know, it's like literally did it. I don't understand. Saw the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. What was that? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. I mean, I could throw out the autopsy report again, I guess. Maybe I didn't throw it out. Well, I guess we'll go for it. Mr. White, the victim died from... Why did it work this time? Why did it work? I clearly used the thing before. Why did it work now? The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? That's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathetically request that there be no break, Your Honor.
Yeah, we want justice. We don't understand why that worked that time.
Shut up, you heathens. If you had played the tutorial right, you might have learned it.
There wasn't a tutorial.
If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White?
Okay. 2 accounts.
Well, you see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door.
Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it's hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. I'd hope. So do I get my stuff reset? I used the freaking autopsy report, and it worked that time. But it didn't work like... Oh, I got one shot. If I mess up, I'm dead.
Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall.
You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing?
The glass light stand.
Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yes. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White.
What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand.
Yes.
Change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Then the killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door, then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap.
Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something.
Oh wait, that's the dude.
It's probably gonna, but it won't be easy.
I wonder if the autopsy report only worked because I used it on a certain string of dialogue. So maybe that's the only way evidence works, is if you use it for certain parts. Light was lying on the floor when I looked. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left.
Miss Mia? Mr. White, did you know the victim personally?
No, triple no. How would I? How could I?
I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness.
You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged.
I'm just gonna call him out on everything.
No, I don't get punished if I question him. Now, before you said that, she was hit before she ran.
Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now.
She turned and ran for the door.
I'm just trying to get this case over with, man.
What did you do then?
I gave chase, of course.
Bro really just slipped up.
No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase.
Mr. White, please try to remain calm. Mr. White here is only trying to... Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations.
Oh, right. Thank you, Miles.
Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony.
Oh, yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see.
Phoenix, he's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something, but it won't be easy.
I literally can't make a mistake. So one of these evidence goes against what he's saying. But she was caught and struck. Are they gonna do some dumb thing where it's like instead of thwap, it's struck? The letter written in blood. Found in Miss May's hotel room. Clock in the form of a statue. The clock's gears have been removed. Made by Larry. Oh, I'm gonna mess this up. I already know it.
Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door.
Something tells me the glass is going to be important here. But I feel like that's such an absurd thing to call out after we already called him out. Especially since the glass kind of just, like, goes with what he said. So there'd be no reason to use it. Something about him and the thwap, I think, is the big thing here. Thwap. I mean, what would make a thwap noise? Definitely not this thing. Because clearly this thing's killed 2 people. The statue is the only thing I can think of using here. If I get this wrong, I gotta do it again. But this is the only thing I can think of. Alright, we're gambling it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradictions in that statement. How exactly? Okay, we lost. Alright, time to do it again. Clearly these games are not for me. Clearly I'm too stupid. I'd also like to point out, bro literally, like, called himself out. He's like, yeah, I chased her. Like, you're not gonna push on that? Okay, I think I remember what I do, though, so I think I can get back real quick. All this delay is making me forget the voices. That's all it's doing. This all just sounds like Pokemon music. I got you this time, you pink prick. I wish there was a faster way to skip. Now, would you believe me if I said I might have actually forgotten this one? Okay. I think it was the president of the building. Needs to say that was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called him this way and was surprised too. The victim, she ran away. She gave chase. Finally, there was an incredible impactation. God dang it, I forgot! Alright. I know it's the chick's evidence. How to make me feel stupid in 2 seconds. Oh yeah, remember something. Yeah, now he has to mention the wrong direction. Yeah, here we go. Can I be more detailed? I forgot I gotta call him out on it first. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm trying to rush through this to get back to where I was. That's another reason why I'm making so many mistakes. Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this case done. I'm trying to clear my name. A lot of smacks going on here. Bwah, bwah, bwah. Take that! Objection! I was having so much fun until now. This goes to show I'm not built to be a lawyer. It was so much easier in Judgment, because Judgment did everything for me. I just had to collect the evidence. Okay, she ran to the left. Which I need to call him out on. Chase her down, and see, you hit her twice. I think this is what I called him out on. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow, not 2 blows. Did you not read the autopsy report, you loser? Oh, well, you know, I can't read. Well, that goes against what you were saying earlier, Mr. White. You said you were reading next to the window.
Well, I like to pretend I was reading.
Okay. The 2 accounts. So let's see what we got. I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. And then I push him on this and he's like, well, I did it. I gave chase, of course. Then you did her with a thwap and a single blow. Thwap? That doesn't sound like the savage attack from your earlier testimony. Oh, well, yeah, I'm a man of peace, you see. See, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. And he'll clear up his statement there and be like, oh, it's a piece of glass. Which makes me think that the glass isn't what's happening. Light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Oh wait, he says a whole light stand. Wait a minute. That's literally... Mr. White? It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand.
What?
The stand broke into pieces when it fell. I literally said it wasn't the glass. The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question.
Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over.
So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then?
Correct. That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo.
There's a big problemo. I mean, problem here.
What is this?
Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred.
Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeccable.
No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
What? Why couldn't he? You have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. The person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder. Yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area.
Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that?
Ridiculousity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey law offices. In other words, you're at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Grr.
Bop, bop, bop. Am I free? Did I win?
Mr. White?
Mr. White? You did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, I miss Mia.
Yeah, looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap?
Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Let me explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
What does this have to do?
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay and Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. This is the most incompetent judge, dude. He seems like he doesn't bother piecing anything together himself.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White wasn't. Can they, like, not have names so similar?
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to that place, or went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
I don't know what ergo means.
Ergo.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Leave it to me.
I feel faint.
The wiretap.
Okay.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over by the sound. Correct. That is right.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. This case has taken 10 years.
This is only the first one. That wasn't the tutorial.
It was the beginning of the week, September.
What month is it?
I had entered the Fay and Co. law offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay and Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay and Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
It wasn't September, it was November. Do you have any proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Oh, right. I had entered the Faye and Co. law office. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap.
Controller? Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
So why'd you wiretap their phone for that? Because when I saw this light glass... Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him.
The light wasn't made out of glass, it was made out of porcelain.
Maybe I can bluff something out of the phone call?
Would the wiretap? I don't know how wiretaps work. But I'm assuming you can't, like, there's not a recording in the wiretap. Just ask him what corner the light was in.
Oh, well, he'll probably figure that one out. I can bluff something. What can I bluff?
What? What just happened?
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat.
You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait, what the heck just happened? Phoenix, over here!
I know that voice.
What? Never give up, Phoenix.
Mia?
What the heck just happened? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating? What the heck is happening? Ah, you're finally awake. Ah. Is she not actually dead? Hey, Phoenix. Ah. There's no way to greet an old friend, Phoenix. I want you to look at me. What? Here. Maya? Did you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up, you can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But you don't have much time, Phoenix, now listen. You've already won. You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote. Maya. I keep mixing up the name. Phoenix. White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Well, now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? Is this just like...
We are not winning. I don't know, actually.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
He cited the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now, you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated. So, was this scripted? September 9th, 1:16 p.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
The wiretapping.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the law. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap.
Well, I guess we just call him out on the first thing. Because we now have the updated receipt. I call your crap. I play Pot of Greed. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand.
And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No, it's impossible.
Yeah, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree that you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Innocent, I say. Now, goodbye. Then that is all for the trial of today. Or trial of...
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. No. What now? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait. I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I'd like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth,
if anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What? Oh, God, it's going to continue?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after me has showed up and to help me out and all.
Mr. Your Honor, may I go home now?
Of course, thank you for your time. Good. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Memo received from Mia. My controller is disconnected again. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. I would like to read about the statue, about Larry Butts. Mia's memo. Take that! So did they hand me the win, or is this just scripted? The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened.
Stop. Desist, halt. Please stop. Make him stop. How did you get that list?
Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press.
I feel like they just handed me the win here.
I confess. I did it. I hit Miss Maya with the thinker. I was a stinker.
Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that if only you knew how spirited or spirited it was. Yeah, it felt very handed to me. Since it happened all of a sudden. Well, this court finds the defense. Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yeah! I did it.
Dude, they killed him. They killed Mr. White. That is all. This court is adjourned. I feel like it's scripted, but it happened so suddenly. I don't think it was. September 9th, 229. District Court Defendant Lot. Wait, wasn't she killed like 3 days ago? Oh, well, never mind. I guess that would still line up to the week he was talking about. Defendant Lobby 1. Well, never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a Fae. And I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You've risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live. My time here's running out. Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here long. What? No. There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say, 9 o'clock? The office. I'll see you later. Chief, Mia. September 9th, 9:02, Faye and Lawco. Yeah. And then Mr. White walks up and beats Phoenix to death. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came. Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should seen your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law office, right? And who better but me? Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Nuts! Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here watching. Dude, he's pogging.
Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Oh, well, wait up.
The end.